All right, let's talk about some key terms when you're arbitrage betting. Let's start with stake and hedge. Stake is how much you're placing on one side of the arb. For example, the Cincinnati Reds game, you could be staking $1,000 on this side of the arb. Hedge is placing a second bet on the opposite side. This is to reduce risk and lock in profit. Let's talk about the actual bets and lines themselves. You're going to hear the term main line thrown around. This is the standard bet for every game. This includes the money line, the totals, and the spreads. Whenever you're looking at MLB, NFL, NBA, you're going to see these bets right here. These are the main lines. For the spread and total, it's going to be about the average of where they think that the game is going to land. So you're not going to see these priced too high or too low in any direction. The money line is going to be a little bit different because it's based on winning and losing. So these can swing pretty far in each direction. What is a spread? A spread is where a team has to win by a certain amount of points. Minus 1.5 means that the team has to win by at least 2 points. Plus 1.5 means that the team has to keep it within at least 1 point. Totals are just the amount of points that are scored in the game. Over 7.5 means they have to score at least 8 points. Under 7.5 means they cannot score more than 7. Money line's very simple. It's just who's going to win and who's going to lose. Not only are there main lines, but there's alternate lines. Alternate lines you can find when you click into a game. You'll see it down here, alternate spreads and alternate totals. Depending on the sport, they might call it something different. For baseball, it's alternate runs, but it means the same thing. In here, you can click different versions of the spreads, ranging from plus 3.5 all the way up to minus 3.5 per team. Same with the totals. You can click all the way from 6.5 all the way up to 14.5 for the specific game. Another key term is player props. For baseball, this might be scoring home runs or getting hits in a game. For NFL, it might be passing yards. For NBA, it might be total 3 points scored. The next important key term to know is your betting limits. Limits are how much you can place for any particular bet on any particular market. So for example, if you're betting on a spread on FanDuel, you can see exactly what your limits are. If you put $100,000, it says my max bet is $2,000 for this market. This is different for different markets. For totals, it's 4,000, so it's more. For money line, it'll be different too. Player props, typically, you can get less money down. Main lines like these is where you can get the most money down. Alternate lines are kind of right in the middle. Another part about limits that you need to know about is when a sportsbook limits you. That's when they cut your betting limits. This is not if, it's when, and it happens to every arbitrage sports bettor. This is where they can take your betting limits, let's say it's $4,000 in this case, and they can cut it all the way down to $10 because they see that you're an advantaged player. The last term to know is what is a cash out. A cash out is when you place a bet, and in your bet section, you have the ability to cash it out. You'll commonly utilize this when you're arbing, maybe if you make a mistake or you place a bet and you just want to cash it out instead of hedging.